Welcome back, ODHtv. Raising Kanan Season 4 Episode 3 has aired, and although I didn't like the entire episode, there were some things in there that I thought were pretty interesting. One of them being this dinner scene. I want to go over this and break down a few points that I noticed in this thing. So if you don't know, Joyce is Rock, Lou, and Marvin's mother. Also, Kanan and Jukebox's grandmother. The scene starts with Joyce waiting for everybody to show up so she can break to them the news about how sick she is.
You look good, Grandma. Little powder, little paint, make a girl what she ain't.
Little powder, little paint makes a girl what she ain't. It means clean up your outside appearance so that if there's any ugly or pain within you, most people won't see it. Reminds me of something my father said to me when I was a kid. Make sure you comb your hair because you'll feel better. And if you don't feel better, you'll look better. And that's the mask that she wears in front of everyone outside the family. And if you remember in Season 1, Episode 10, when Rock was using her presence at the church as an alibi, we see that everybody at the church didn't see Joyce the way her family saw her.
Well, it's about time we had a Raquel Thomas sighting.
My baby's come home to renew her faith.
Rock has that look on her face like, who are you fooling? We know who you are. The three of them know that there's something wrong. And even when Marvin decides to go confront Joyce and ask her, what are we doing here? He still has to switch up his face just to have a conversation with her.
Was cooking good looking?
He even threw that extra grin on at the end because they may or may not have had a great relationship while he was growing up, and he knew that confronting her head on wasn't any way to get any information. And he did say in Episode 1 of this season that he had to raise Rock and Lou when his father died, so the relationship could be a little rocky. The next part has Rock waiting outside. She doesn't want to have any parts of what's going on inside until everybody gets there. She's also smoking. We usually don't see her smoking unless she's stressed out with something that has to do with her personal life, not business. But Kanan shows up and Rock confronts him about the letter she got from school saying that he hasn't been there. But she's still trying to be his mother and still wants him to find some type of normalcy in this craziness. But he's like, everything you've done and had me do, you think I'm just gonna go to college like a normal dude?
Sometimes I really think you crazy.
Yeah, sometimes I think I'm crazy too.
She knows she's just like her mother. But earlier in the episode, Joyce did tell Kanan,
She's still your mother, Kanan. You still need to show her respect.
so we'll see how that plays out. So as the actual dinner starts, you have an ominous music tone that plays as you see Rock isn't even all the way pulled up with the family. Chair's halfway pulled out. She's there in body but not spirit. Joyce gets to ask two questions at this dinner. She asks one of Lou and one of Jukebox. If you know anything about old school grandmothers, you'll understand her response to their answers.
How things going at that club of yours?
He tells her he doesn't know because he's not really trying to be around liquor right now. She pretty much tells him God's not going to give him more than he can bear. But if he does, he'll also provide him a way out. A rather gentle and comforting response. But as for foreshadowing, it could mean a couple of things. It could mean he may need to find his way out of the music business because something might happen with B-Rilla. Or he may have to find his way out of Queens altogether and move to California with famous sister Jess.
I'm back on all that biblical shit. World must be coming to an end.
Could be the Thomas family world coming to an end.
Laverne, settling in? Now you home?
Laverne says she's trying, but Grandma tells her she needs to be doing better than just trying. She needs to be doing. The world is full of people trying. Jukebox got more of a don't waste time, get up and start doing something type of response. See, Lou and Jukebox are both not doing too much, but they both got different types of answers. If you know anything about old school grandmothers, they cater more to the men in the family. For the women, it's more of a do this, do that. This is how you should be. Not that Joyce was wrong, because Jukebox has been dipping and dabbling in a lot of different things without finding herself a path. But that's why Marvin jumped in.
Juke just got home. Give her a damn break.
Joyce knows she doesn't have much time left, and she's going to try to give as many lessons as she can while everybody's here because she knows she may never get everybody together again. However, I do think it's weird the way they changed up her character because anytime she saw her children, she always wanted something. She always wanted money. And now it doesn't seem that way. I guess looking death in the eye will do that to a person. But still, you gotta love the acting. This one look that she gives after Marvin says what he says shows us that she knows that she's doing too much too fast. Every time she says something, the camera goes to Rock. Rock is like, cut the crap. And Joyce knows it.
What's going on, ma? Why we here?
She tells her family she has cancer, terminal cancer in her kidneys. And everybody's devastated, including Rock.
You just gonna tell us this shit over fucking pot roast?
You can even hear the voice crack a little bit. You know she's devastated, but she's not going to show it. But when she finds out that Kanan knew about it already, that devastation turns to anger. She probably feels that people are plotting against her again.
You know about this too?
And this is where Rock reveals a little bit more about the past with her and her brothers growing up with their mother.
Sit down, Raquel.
Now, you spend our whole lives knocking us around.
She said spent her whole life knocking them around. I don't think she meant that metaphorically. Could have meant that she was taking out her anger on them kids.
Lying to us, telling us we ain't shit.
She was definitely saddened at first, but once she felt betrayed, she was like, do you think that a family dinner is going to change everything you did to us in the past? But Joyce was like, no, I'm just telling y'all I'm dying. Do what you want with that information. Then she gives Kanan that look as if to say, I don't know why I let you talk me into this. I told you.
Fuck this.
And she storms out, and it seems like Kanan is learning. 50 Cent narrates, you can only hope to get old and maybe have a family of your own. But even if you become a parent, you never stop being somebody's child. And I think Kanan is realizing that Rock is just like his grandmother, and he's just like Rock. The episode ends with a song named Grandma's Hand. It's a song by Bill Withers that he wrote in tribute to his grandmother, where he talks about her showing love to her family and her community, and how she molded the family with love. Well, Joyce's hands are all over this family, and she was just the opposite. I don't think it was just coincidence that they used this song. But let me know what you think in the comments. I love this scene. Great acting by everyone. Not much being said, and they still conveyed a big message by just facial expressions and body language.
Diamonds dancing on my neck, pulling all black. Told you meet me where you at, never call back. It's you